The year is 2024, a year that many thought would bring change, but not like this. Donald Trump is back in the Oval Office, reclaiming his seat of power. For many on the left, this isn't a cause for celebration. It's a nightmare come true. It's a full-blown panic attack, a collective anxiety that grips the nation. The man who redefined American politics is back for round two, and he's more determined than ever. This time he has experience. He has a mandate, he has a vision, and he has an agenda. The anxiety is palpable, spreading like wildfire. From the coast to college campuses, a sense of dread hangs in the air, a fear of the unknown. Trump's first term was a roller coaster of chaos and controversy, a period many hoped was behind them. Now he's back with 4 more years and the stakes are higher than ever. The left is bracing for impact, preparing for what they believe will be a turbulent time. They fear the worst is yet to come, that the future holds more challenges and conflicts. Their stakes, they believe, have never been higher. Every decision feels like a turning point. This isn't just about politics anymore, it's personal. The concerns are numerous and deeply felt. Trump's policies, particularly on immigration and international relations, have been deeply divisive, creating rifts in communities. His rhetoric, often described as Putin-esque, has stoked fears of authoritarianism and a loss of democratic values. His supporters, however, remain loyal, unwavering in their support. They see him as a strong leader who isn't afraid to speak his mind, a champion of their cause. They dismiss the concerns of the left as fake news and hysteria, confident in their belief that Trump is the right man for the job. Immigration is a flashpoint in today's political climate. Trump's hardline stance, including the border wall and travel bans, has drawn fierce criticism from various quarters. Opponents call it cruel and inhumane, arguing that it lacks compassion. They worry about the human cost of these policies, especially on vulnerable populations. They point to families torn apart and children in cages, highlighting the emotional and psychological toll. Supporters, however, applaud his tough stance on immigration. They see it as necessary to protect American jobs and national security. Then there's foreign policy. Trump's America First approach has upended decades of established diplomacy. He has alienated allies and cozied up to dictators, creating a complex global landscape. His unpredictable behavior has kept the world on edge, causing widespread uncertainty. The left worries about the erosion of America's global standing and influence. They fear that Trump's actions are making the world a more dangerous and unstable place. The media, as you might expect, has been highly critical of Trump, often highlighting his controversial statements and actions. He has been called a threat to democracy, a demagogue, and even worse. The media's portrayal paints him as a divisive figure, stirring up strong emotions on both sides, but here's the thing, the constant barrage of negative coverage might actually be helping him in unexpected ways. It feeds into his narrative that the elites and mainstream media are out to get him. This narrative reinforces his bond with his base, who see him as a victim of a biased media. It's a vicious cycle that keeps repeating. The media criticizes Trump, which only seems to make him stronger in the eyes of his supporters. His supporters rally around him, dismissing the criticism as fake news and further entrenching their loyalty. This, in turn, fuels more media scrutiny and coverage, creating a never-ending loop. And so it goes, round and round, with no end in sight. There's a disconnect between the media's portrayal of Trump and how his supporters see him. To his base, he's not the monster the media makes him out to be. He's a successful businessman, a political outsider, a fighter for the little guy. They like that he's not afraid to shake things up. They admire his bluntness, even his crudeness. This disconnect is at the heart of the Trump phenomenon. It's a reminder that America is a deeply divided country. And it suggests that the media, for all its power, may not be as influential as it once was.